All right.
Well, here we are. Hello, everybody. Just want to say hi before we get rolling. I'm Vicki Link. I'm going to help kick this class off. I like to call it a class because it is. If you're here for the first time, come on over to chat and let's say hi, whether you're here first time or 100th time, and just say hello. Tell me where you're from. And I'm over here in Northern California. Lots of rain, but it's good right now. And if you're the first time ever, say hi and tell us where you're from. And want to also ask you to make sure that everybody that's doing this together with us puts their settings to everyone. Make sure it does not say hosts and panelists. Otherwise, the only ones that'll see it are Kim and I. And we like to engage and see where everybody's at. So we got a few piling in right now. Hello, hello. Tell me where you're from. And I'm going to start off with a couple questions just to get to know some of you guys and where you're at. That's always fun. We got somebody. Oh, hi, Pete from Florida. Good to have you. And first question when you're popping in is tell, how long have you been in this industry? Not how many companies, just how long. So 20 years, 5 minutes? I'm not sure. I'm not even in yet. I'm just thinking about it. Wherever you are, Pete, how long have you been in the industry? Confession, 20 years. I knew it was a while because you and I have talked before. 20 years. Good to have you. And second question as you pile in, tell how many hours a week you think you're playing with it, if any. Playing with it, taking it seriously, dabbling, it's a hobby. 2 hours a week, 40 hours plus, burning the candle at both ends. And for you, Pete, how long is that so far? Or today for 2024? Confession. So whoever's coming in, same question for you. How long you been in the industry? Marketing something. Doesn't have to be network marketing. It could be your coaching business. It could be some other little venture that you're trying to do. How long you've been at it? And the second thing is about how many hours a week are you doing the thing? And if you're restarting like you are, Pete, you just started about a month ago again. So you had a bad year last year, huh? And so what are you hoping to put in this year? Part-time venture, full-time, or what? Tell. Full-time. Okay, good. Okay, so we got one full-timer. Anybody else want to tell where you're at? How many years you've been in? And how much time you plan on putting in, or you are you putting in per week? Per week. And like Pete's saying, just getting started again, but full-time is the game plan. And Pete, since you're the first one to talk, tell, what do you think you need help with right now to get to at least 30,000 a year? What do you need help with? You know, knowing you've been at it 20 years, so knowing what the venture has been like and how the game has changed a bit over the years, yeah? So whatever you used to do, maybe you want to upgrade a little bit, get a little more skill set, maybe online or social media or whatnot. What would that be for you? Yeah, your health is most important, Pete. That's for sure. Yeah, coming through something like that and then doing full time. So given that and recovering, tell us what you think you need the most help with. And as you're coming in, tell us if this is your first time here and a couple of questions before we get rolling. Okay, good. You want to learn how to do social media in today's market. Okay. If you're just now popping in, we're asking a couple of questions. So the questions are, how long have you been in the thing you're in? How long? And second question, how much time per week are you spending at it? And if it's nothing, but nada, how much time currently per week are you doing the thing? And then maybe the third thing would be, what's the gap? What do you feel like you need help with to get yourself to Kim's topic? 30,000 a year, with your imagination. What do you think that might be? So Pete, thank you for the answer. Anybody else want to jump in and do that, or I'll see who we got here. Yeah, Eddie Givon, we just spoke, so I know you've been in the industry well, so why don't you tell? I think this is your first time on the live stream here. How long have you been in the industry? And Glenn as well? Denise, I know you've been at it a while. Carol, long time no see. Good to have you. I know you're seasoned. So questions? How long you been in the industry overall? And Pete was the first one. You get a trophy for that. He's been in 20 years, but he's just restarting. Some of you know the venture of restarting, right? You've done more than one venture, one company, one folded, something happened, and then you're coming on back to something different, new, or it's a new day. You just got bored with something and you want to do something different. That happens, right? So let's see what some of these answers are. Carol, I'd love to hear from you because I know you've been in it a while. Eddie, and Givon, we just spoke. Glenn, Hecton, anybody else stab at it? How long you been in? And how much time per week are you currently spending? Okay, thanks, Glenn. A long time. No confession, huh? Nobody beyond 20 years? Oh, we've got one, 3 decades, 30. Okay. Anybody longer than that? 30? Okay, and then the time per week you're spending on it, if you're restarting or you've been going at it full time for 20 years and you're still not doing very well. In fact, it took a dive, whatever your situation, we've all got stories to tell, right? Givon, he's been in the network marketing since 2007, but as a consumer, 16 years. So actually, he's just starting. And I know a little bit about you being a research scientist, a lot of detail in the mind, right? And now starting to build something very different skill sets, right? Glenn, 5 to 10 hours a week is what you're doing right now. And the rest of you, how many hours a week? How many hours a week? So Kim knows how to help you get to 30,000. If you're spending at least 10, there's some hope, right? Or if you intend to. And Hecton, you're still figuring out what you want. Okay, that's okay. Maybe this will help you sort that. And with that being said, I'll see if Kim is ready. I see she's got her first slide up.
Yep, we're ready to rock and roll.
Righty.
Let's see if we got, can you hear me all right, Vic?
You sound really good, Kim. Excellent.
Oh, good. All right, good. Let me see if we can get the video rolling.
Yeah.
And we'll see here. Hang on one second.
Mhm.
I'll get the slides cooking.
You do want to have no paper in hand, I promise, because there will be some uncommon things said that you'll go, oh my God, I don't want to forget that. So you're going to want to write a few things down.
Yes. Yep, what I want to do is, this is kind of a short notice. So for those of you that are here, I'm nice. It's always nice to see something on short notice. This is kind of a surprise. And the reason is that we're running something tomorrow that I'm offering on the house to people who decide that they're going to take up this offer that I'm going to give you today. And that's the reason I thought, oh, I should do that, because I know people are looking for certain things. And we happen to be throwing in a really special bonus on how to do social media. Really how to, I mean, if you want to know how to kill it on social media, we're doing really well with it. And a lot of people have no clue how to do it. And I know that you want to know how to do that. So I'm going to give you 2 things today. Everybody answer the question. For those of you, and I know Vicky's got you entertained here. So what I want to know is, do you have, how many of you believe on a scale of 1 to 10? Now tell me true, because talk's cheap, being actually of use to another human being who needs your help. That's another thing. And I know that most of you want that. I believe you do. So I want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is, I don't really know. And 10 is absolutely. How many of you would buy the product that you are spending money on right now or service, whatever you're buying from your network marketing company, how many of you would buy that if you were not also marketing the product? Now, I already know that somebody said here has just been a customer for all these years, so I know there's one of you here like that. But tell me true, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many of you would actually continue buying the product for whatever you're paying right now? Let me see who, if anybody's a 10. Do not feel bad if you're not a 10. I have had many people say, Kim, I wouldn't pay if I weren't selling it, I wouldn't pay for it. No big deal. You need to know the answer to that. Let's see.
Oh, we've got a couple of 10s and a 5. That's honest.
So Pete, you really you don't like it that much? It just didn't do much for you, or would there be something that you'd be interested that you'd rather get behind? It's for Pete, who's got a 5. Are you looking for something right now? Is that kind of the story? Tell me where you are. Because I know your name. I totally so know your name.
And just a little
Yvonne, okay. Anybody else? Give me your numbers. Would you buy it and would you love it? Yes or no?
And one is in
You're
the
in the-
testing stage.
Okay.
Mr. Myers just got the dots, so testing those out.
Okay, cool. So Pete, let me know if you want to say anything in the chat about if you're looking for something else to market, or okay, that'd be a good thing, just in case I can help you. Okay, so on the money, the product is good, but it hasn't done for me what I want. Yeah, well, to be a missionary, one of the things about being a missionary is it helps if you had some kind of come to Jesus story yourself, with all due respect. You know what I mean? So you might want to think about something that you could use that would have either the impact that you want, so that you can say, oh my gosh, let me tell you why I'm doing this. Here's what happened to me, right? Let me tell you what happened to me. Oh my gosh. Those are always a good story. Or if you're somebody who's more like, whoop, sorry about the video there. Let me fix that. Right there. Okay. All right, good. Or you might be somebody who's more into something because of insurance. Like I buy insurance when I buy just about anything, even though I've rarely used it. But one day, about 6 years ago, there was a flood in a place where I lived, and I needed the insurance to cover because it affected other people in the property, and they paid and then some, and said, Miss Claver, what else can we give you? How more can we pay you money? You've been paying all these years, so you've never filed a claim ever. And so when you need it, sometimes people buy stuff like network marketing products or insurance or anything because they want to be sure, just in case the hoo-ha hits the fan, I'll be protected. Sure. And so there's that as well. Okay. You're waiting for your stem cells to regenerate, huh, Pete? Yeah, really. Sometimes it takes like 90 days. And depending on what else you're doing to your body, it might even take longer, All right, so let's talk about the money. We talked about the money. I'm going to show you right now what that is. So we have mostly 10s. That's a good thing. And otherwise, for those of you if you have a nutritional product, make sure that you're on it for 90 to 120 days. Because no matter what it is that you've got, it does take time. And the speed with which the nutritional products will help you, remember, they're supplements. If you eat badly, drink badly, sleep badly, eat a lot of processed foods, you will have a much longer period for the supplements to help, because the 90% of what you're putting into your body works against you, hinders your health. Are you aware of that, right? Everybody got that? Be sure that you understand that. Most of you are dealing in supplements. And if the rest of your life that's not a supplement is really bad, you're eating a lot of processed food, lots of sugary stuff, lots of stuff with what do you call that stuff? Now they've replaced sugar with something that is a true poison. What is that stuff, Vic? that they call it.
You mean the fructose or the high
Fructose,
corn
corn
syrup?
syrup, yeah, that's even worse. So remember that. All right, I get a new message. Let me show you the money. Can't agree more. Okay, let me show you the money. This is going to be a quickie, but many of you, I have learned, have no clue about the money. So I'm going to give it to you right here. Two things. One is the money. Secondly is how to get strangers to buy your stuff. You want to hear that? Let me see here. Yes? Money? You need to know what they incentivize and how to get strangers to buy your stuff. Let me look in the chat. Okay, we're good. All right. So you need to know what they pay you for. Network marketing companies pay for different things depending on the pay plan, and you should know what it is so that you work towards that. Let me give you an example. Sometimes people don't know what incentives are. Many, many years ago, I was, after I left, when I graduated from Harvard, I came to California to work with, I ended up working in helping the California in the state legislature, helping kids who are bilingual kids, because I'm a bilingual kid. I'm from the Netherlands. And so I helped children learn English from Hispanic backgrounds, Filipino backgrounds, you name it, that's what we did. And one of the things I learned there, much to my chagrin, is that my goal was to help these kids learn how to speak English. And I was very good at that. I mean, 5-year-olds seemed to really have a thing for me. And between the kids between 5 and 10, I mean, I had them like the Pied Piper anywhere in the United States where I was doing these things for the schools with all these children, right? And besides, and I love kids, especially the little ones. And so when it was time to formulate the bill, of course, they sent it to us to read. And the way the government works, some of you probably know this. I, at the time, was dumbfounded, being totally one of these people that thought we're trying to do good, right? Right, haha. It turned out that the more kids that did not know English, the more funding they would get. The more kids that were failing in school, the more funding the programs would get. And so when we showed results, look, if you do these things, the kids really learn English fast and they know how to deal with stuff in English in kindergarten and second grade, because the deal then was, are you going to teach them in Spanish or in English? And we had found all kinds of ways to get the kids to speak English really fast. And they didn't really want to support that. So I said, okay, so you don't want the kids? This is to the Hispanic community, all the leaders and the hoo-has, don't you guys want your kids to learn English? Well, yeah, but not so fast. Well, why not? Doesn't it help the kids? No, because then we lose money. The incentives were failure. The more failure you show, the more money you're going to get. You guys get that? To me, that was like, okay. So they incentivize failure. Why? Because the people doing the helping get more money. Right? And just think what happens everywhere. When you incentivize the wrong thing, right? That was not a good thing. So you need to know what they pay you for and make sure that you're doing those things if they're consistent with your values. Again, how to get strangers to buy from you. So let me do this first. Show me the money. All right. Here's how you're going to figure out the money. I'm going to give you a little chart. How much do you earn per enrollment or per monthly order? Let me put that in here. When you sell a typical product in your business or a family of products. Okay. Vic, watch the stuff here. What do you earn? So let's say that you sell yeah, but it's crazy indeed. However, Callie, that is how the government works. All of the funding is for losses, showing that you can't do it. The more you lose and the more wretched you are, the more money they give you. So the incentive is to show that the kids can't speak, they can't walk, they can't do this, they can't do that. And that's what gets money instead of excellence being funded. That's exactly the opposite. Okay. So what do we got? Let me get some numbers. If you get a client they enroll as a customer, let's say, and they buy monthly, about how much do they spend and how much do you earn? Does anybody know this? Because if you don't, you'll know why you're not making money, because you don't know where the money is being paid. Okay. Hello. Glenn, Pete, what do you get paid when you do a monthly order? Say a person pays about $100 a month. About what do you get? Anybody know?
Pete says 50 bucks.
Okay, so shall we say you make about 50 bucks for a monthly order? Does that go for the rest of you? Givan, are you in a company? Do you have something yet? Callie, what have you got? What do you guys give me your numbers? Do you even know what you earn if you bring in somebody?
No, that's more realistic. Gavon is saying 5 to 10% on sales.
What's the dollar amount? See the sign here? Dollar. I want the dollar. I don't want a percent or points or anything. Momo, how much money on average do you get for your typical monthly order? How much money? Money. You don't know. If you want to know why you're not making money, that's probably why. You don't know what you earn when you do the thing you're supposed to do to make money. Who else? Anybody else? Pete's got a number? Okay. Mr. Myers. Okay, you're brand new.
Gavon is saying 200 bucks on $2,000 sales. What's your average sale? Dollar.
Okay, so let's put a number in here. What shall we put for your, if you have a monthly customer, let's put a number in here that you think you're probably going to earn. Shall we put in a number? You want to say $50 or you want to say $10 or what?
30 bucks. Carol's saying 25 bucks on a $100 sale. That's about right.
Is that a one-time thing? What if they order every month? Then what do you get about? We can put any number here you want. What number shall we put? But we have to have a number so we can calculate and see where the money is. Pete, you don't know. Okay.
25. We've got two people that said 25 on $100.
Okay, let's say that we do $25 per enrollment. Okay. I mean, per monthly order. So not the, because when you enroll somebody, they give you like a little one-time product benefit bonus or something like that, right? The fast start bonus. I don't mean that. I mean, if you have a customer who orders every month, shall we say you're making $25 per person? Tell me yes. About $25? Because, there's not just the money for the customer order, but you get points. Yeah. In all the businesses, you also, in addition, you get points. And the customers might even bring in somebody. So shall we say $25 per monthly order? Okay. So write that down. Get yourself a piece of paper, just like the one I showed you here, right? Right here. Get this and make your 2 lines in the middle. Everybody have it? Because you're going to need this to see how to get your money. Number 2, on the right-hand side here, here's the question I have. Let's say that you did not get paid until after you got results for the person who bought from you. Okay, so instead of say I buy a product from you, but they don't pay you until after I get the results that you told me I'm going to get. So let's say you sell a weight loss product and you really like it, right? Because it's helped you. And they tell you, okay, we're not going to pay, no, just pretend, we're not going to pay you till after Kim gets the results that you told her she was going to get. Have you got the question? Tell me yes. Right? Now you have this question. Okay, so here's what I want to know. What are 3 traits you would want me to have, your customer, so that you would be willing to give me the product for no money until after I got the results? Let's pretend you're doing a weight loss product. What are 3 traits that you would want me to have if you didn't get paid until I got the results that you promised me with the product? Does everybody understand the question? Carol, Callie, Pete, you guys? Vic, is the question clear?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So name some traits. What would you want them to have?
Discipline, Glenn says.
Discipline. Yeah. Why? Because, if you tell me I'm going to lose weight, I have to take some products. I better do it every day, right? So I need to be disciplined. What else do I need to be?
Be honest.
If you don't get paid till I get results, Be open-minded, right? Absolutely. What else?
And Carol's saying honesty about their
Honesty, absolutely, of course. That's a very big deal. What else? Anything else?
committed.
Yes, Hector, correct. Right. Committed. Ivan, you got it on the ball.
Mhm.
Mr. Yan there. They must want the product. Yes, sir. Pete, correct. You're getting it. You're getting it. This is, you don't want just anybody off the street. Oh, hey, you want this? No. If you don't get paid till after they get results, and you know they have to do some things, right? To get results. You're not going to just give it to any floozy, are you? Right? Are we there? What else we got? You guys waking up? Good. You need to engage your brain right here because you're the one who wants the money and you can get it. I am telling you, it is there. There, the world is more. I mean, I don't normally use this kind of language, Vic will tell you, but for those of you who are into woo-woo, there is more abundance right now than there has ever been that I've ever been aware of in my lifetime. So many people are unhappy and angry and looking for ways to find something that's real, where people are not stabbing each other and killing each other. And the news is not all about who is shooting everybody else and making life miserable for everybody. People want calm, they want peace. Any product that helps them gain some self-control, that they have some income, they have some money coming in, so they know that they can go hide at a beach for a month and not have to live in all this mess. There are incredible numbers of people who have money and who are looking for that kind of a situation, which all of you have in your network marketing company. It's just incredible how much abundance of people there are looking for calm and control. And one of the things that gives you a lot of control is having control over your income, not being dependent on somebody else. All right. So you want to have people, we got it. All these people. Yes. Yes. That's another good one. They want life change. You guys are on it. Good. So stay awake because here comes the next one. This is going to be a little trickier. Stay sober for this. What are 3 things you have to do for them to get results? So you've sold me a weight loss product, which I'm not paying for until after I get results, right? That's what we said. So, and you've shown me that, I mean, I've persuaded you that I'm committed. I'm honest. I want a life change. I'll do whatever they said I'm going to want the product. All these things you said, I'm saying, yep, I'll do that. So you give me the product and I'm not paying anything. Now, what are 3 things that you have to do for me to get the results, which is lose some weight or get fit or do whatever it is? What do you have to do to help me get those results? Okay, let me see. Let me hear. I know you can do this. What do you got? Give me one. What's one thing you have to do to
Follow
make sure
up,
that I get results?
follow up, being an encourager.
Oh, I love being
Oh,
encourager. That's really nice. Yeah. Be an encourager. Follow up. Okay. Now, Glenn, in what way would you follow up? Love for them. Yes. Follow up and keep encouraging them. And Vicky's gonna tell you something that she's been doing. We've had her do this for years when people order from us. And the reason she does it is because we want to be sure. This is one of the things that we do for our clients in every business where they've got physical products that are coming to their door. And there's something special she does. Can anybody guess what? Yes, Callie, good one. Give them an action plan. Yes, Hecton, very good. Good. You get to know what their need is. Okay, so anything else? Can you think of anything else, Vic? Otherwise, I want you to tell them one of the things that you do with the boxes of stuff that when somebody orders some stuff, and some of you that are on this call have gotten some stuff from companies that we have. Share a sample. Remember, Callie, I've already gotten the product. So you've just given it to me and you're not going to get paid till after I get results. So you have given me product that you've paid for. This is the example, right? So you give them a plan. We got the plan. Okay. Anything else? Okay, Vicky, what's one of the things that you do with everybody when we bring them in? So listen to this one.
So this is a kind of fun thing. At least it's perceived that way from the other end, and it is for me doing it. So I tell them, when you get your thingy in the mail, don't open it. Message me or text me, and I'm going to call you up and we're going to open it together. And then I'm going to walk you through what to do and how to do it. So I'm like right there with them, letting them experience the thing that they want relief from. I just did it yesterday to somebody in Georgia. They got their thing and they had some aches and pains somewhere. So she got the stuff and she texted me, Vic, I got it. So I said, don't open it, don't open it. I'm calling you right now. I call her, get her on Zoom or get her on FaceTime. And she opens it right in front of me. She takes the thing out and I show her how to experience it with me right then. So she, in this case, got some relief. Oh my gosh, do I put it here? Do I do this? And you guys know what I'm talking about if you've known us for a while, putting a little dot on that gives some quick pain relief. So they don't get to open it until they call me or text me. And so they experience it with me, alongside me, and then I can help them like a specialist, like an advisor, right? That's what I do. And it's something I came across. And when I do that, they're attached to it, attached to me. And the follow-up is easier because it doesn't feel like follow-up, really. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like let's do it together. So that's it.
So this is called the open the box. We do that, let's open the box together. How many of you ever heard of anything like this before? Tell me yes or no. Just type yes or no into the chat. Right? And you might think, oh, that's a lot of work, but we want to get them results. Why? Because they didn't buy so we could rank up. No, they didn't buy so we could get some more money in and pay the mortgage or the rent or whatever you've got. No, they bought for themselves. People buy for you're here for you, not for me. You're going to go here and say, well, man, if this crazy lady can help me make this money, I'm tuned in. That's what you're here for. And if you don't realize that about the people that are coming to you, realize it. So the more you do to get them the product, like open the box, here's how you do it here, and all the things that you've just said, that one person could be a customer for life. And they might know somebody who's going to want to become a big time distributor. I'll tell you a crazy story, and there are crazy stories in every company that I've ever been, after 30 years, we built 6 of these to the top in record time because of what I'm going to show you next. But in this case, this particular story is, there was a guy who I've known for, I don't know, 20 years, and he was a chimney sweep. That's what he did for a living, do chimney stuff. And he got a product that happened to be kind of pain relief thing, something you put on your body. And he, because he was a chimney sweep, he was always in, like Santa Claus going up and down, right, the chimney. And he had a lot of aches and pains. And so it so happened he got this product and it helped him get rid of aches and pains, and he just wore it, And then what happened is he went across the street to a lady that he knew because they were waving acquaintances, they did their lobs or whatever. And he said, I want you to try this and see what happens for you. Well, this lady tries it. She gets rid of aches and pains in just a matter of just a few hours. It happens to be these particular dots. And she said, oh, great. Thank you very much. And that was the end of that. Well, this lady who was across the street from him happened to be a friend of one of the top distributors in the history of the industry. And she contacted this lady who was on vacation at the time, said, let me get back to you. And she just retired from a company where she sold it for, I don't know, like $5 or $6 million, her distributorship. And she'd been extremely successful. And when this lady came back and said, well, let me try this. I'm really into this type of thing, into this type of technology. And she ended up signing up in the company. And the chimney sweep, who was 2 levels above her, right? Because there's the lady with the neighbor with the green grass. She, of course, signed up, and she signed up her friend who was the, super duper network marketer. That first guy got to the top position in the company, which pays about 20 grand a week in 6 months. And he didn't do jack, except when he had a result with the product, he went across the street and said, here, let me stick it on you. That's like open the box. He just went because he had one in his hand. Said, why don't you try this and see? Because it's helped me with, he had no idea she knew that person. No idea. And there's stories like that all over. So what did he thought, oh my God, this is so great. She might be a customer. So he went and stuck it on her. What is that? Open the box. The same thing. Make sure that they get it and do it and give them a plan and say, I'm going to call you every day. Why? Just to be sure, because you're not getting paid till after they get results. That's how you want to pick your clients, your prospects, even if you do get paid as soon as you sell. Why? Because you want them to stay on it. Why? People who stay on it become storyboards, and you have no idea who they know. This industry has seen more incredible success from people that are doing business that are not frontline to the person that, they're like 2-3 levels down. Like this guy, 20 grand a week he's making now because he went across the street, put this thing on this lady, had no idea that she knew somebody like that, and she did, and that lady happened to come in, and that's the story. Got it? Do you see how important it is? That is the magic of the industry. And if you do not make it your business to get the word out to people, which I'm going to show you here, it's not going to happen to you. It can't. It all emanates from you getting it out there and then making sure. Yeah. Oh my God, totally so good. All right, the last thing on this chart, how many do you need? When I said here, how many of each do you need to earn your plan money? Let's say you want to make, of each, I'm talking about customers and reps, but let's stick with the $25. If you get $25 a month, we said this here, let me put this in the box. All right, we said $25 per person, right? Tell me yes. Are you guys here? Awake? Alert?
That's right, 25.
Okay, tune in. Yeah. So how many of you want to earn your plan to earn your 20 money? So you want to make, say, 2,500 a month? How many people do you need? Let me hear. You want to make $2,500 a month. How many people do you need? Pete, you're my man. You are my man. You need 100 customers. Do you think you could get 100 customers in a year if you did something every day that I'm going to show you? Hello. That's 2,500 bucks every single month. Now, remember, you're going to have some loss. People flake, we flake, right? That's the way we are. Humans flake. So what you do is you build in a flake factor and get 20% more than you need. Why? For the flakes. Sometimes we flake. Of course, when we flake, we have a special story. When they flake, they're flakes. You know how that is, right? But we all flake. So it's part of being human. So you need 100 people to get your $2,500 a month. What if you got 200 people? You'd have 5,000 a month. What if you got 300 people? What have you got to lose? If you love your product and you know it can help people. And then the additional money you get, which is not in here, the network marketing industry pays you percentages on other people in case you bring in other people. What I did is I left this here purposely low. Why? Because if nobody did anything but you, if you have 100 customers and you're making $25 each, you will earn $2,500 a month, every month. And if you plan it to have it 3 years from now, you could maybe in 4 years have 5,000 a month. Because some of those people will bring in other people. Do you see that? Got it? Pete, be sure to change your settings. We want to hear what you're doing. Okay, are you clear here about the money, how this works? And how to bring in the customers? All right, good. Let's do the next part, how to get strangers to buy. And by the way, on this money thing, most companies will give you what they call a one-time bonus. So you bring in somebody for, I don't know, 1,500 bucks, they might give you 500. I am not talking about that money. That's a one-time special bonus, extra bonus money. I'm talking about the money that you get when a person has a standing order and they order it every single month, what do you get on those orders? Because that is your like Social Security income. That is your disability income. It comes all the time, is what I mean by that. We got that? Yeah, we call it standing order because people cannot stand auditorship. So what can I tell you? But it means that you get it on a regular basis. The person doesn't have to order it all the time. By the way, there's a great trick for getting people to do standing orders and auditorship. And if you remind me at the end, I'll tell you what it is. All right. Who wants to know how to get strangers to buy from you? Let's see.
Oh, they're all saying me.
Yeah. Okay. This is cool. This is cool. This is really good. We have a smart bunch today. Thank God.
Oh, they're
I
on.
love smart people. Yeah, really. Dumb crowds are for the birds. Smart ones, I'll take those people. How to get strangers to buy. 3 steps. Okay. Now I got to warn you, some of you are going to go, why didn't anybody tell me this? And my answer is, I don't know. But be prepared. So don't be mad. Get even. Make beaucoup money. That's how you get even. Okay. You're above ground. You can do something about it. Here we go. Number 1, you got to know what you can do for someone who has a problem. You have to know what you can do for somebody who has a problem. Because what makes us buy? We have a problem. We want to fix it. Sore elbow, sore head, no money. I want to have a business. Or the problem is, I want to go around the world first class. And that person sees that as a problem. So it can be a desire for something. I really want that or this. Or it can be, I have to get rid of this situation. I have to get rid of the husband or the wife, or I have to get rid of this crappy 1-bedroom house and I got 9 kids. Okay. So you have to know what you can do for somebody that has a problem. Now, this is going to be a lot easier than you think. I want to give you the hard part first. Here's what a business is about. How many of you know that you have a business or believe that let me say that. How many of you believe that your network marketing or your coaching, whatever you've got, that it is a business? Tell me, yes, it's a business if you think it's a business. You have a business. So you think it's a business. Good. All right. So according to Richard Branson, the guy who founded the Virgin Airlines and did all kinds of other things, a business exists to solve problems that people will pay for. Tell me yes if you agree. Give me a yes in the chat. Yes in the chat. Yes in the chat.
Yes.
Yes. Do you agree? I need to make sure that you agree because everything else hangs on this.
All agree.
Can't agree. Okay, good. So here we go. You, therefore, have a business, and your business exists to solve a problem that somebody will pay for. Are we agreed? Yes. All right. If that's the case, first, number 1 of the 3, what problem can you solve for whom? Remember we said we agree? A business exists to solve problems people will pay for. Like, what's that? That means you need to know what problem can you solve and for whom. Remember my first example? You said you have a weight loss product and I'm feeling kind of fat. So you sell me your weight loss product. So you can help solve a problem with like weight loss for somebody like me who's tried for 100 years to lose weight and can't lose it. All right. Let's say that you can solve a problem for somebody who wants to lose weight, who's been trying to get it off for, I don't know, 20 years. Okay. You need to know that. Otherwise you can't say yes to this. You need to know what problem you and your product or business can solve that people will pay for. Okay. I'm going to hammer that home because it sounds easy. It's doing it's a little bit more tricky. All right. What problem can you solve for whom? Let me show you an example. It all begins with this. What problem did your thing help you with? Start there. For all of you who are here, you said you, on a scale of 1 to 10, your product did something for you. So what is the problem that whatever you've got, your business or your product, what did it help you with? And for, if like Pete, if you haven't had a lot of results that you can see yet, put what you're hoping that it's going to do for you. Who understands? You're sleeping much better. Pete, that's a big deal. Do you have any idea the size of the market of people who can't stay asleep or fall asleep? Oh my God, that's huge. That is a humongous big fat market. Yeah. What problem did your thing help you with? Oh my God, Pete, you may be only a 5, but you know what? You weren't looking for sleep, but it helped you with sleep. Oh, gee, Louise. High performance sleep, it's magnificent. You got a benefit you didn't even, because you were looking for something else. But sometimes if you're doing stem cell-y type stuff, people that are into the stem cell-y type thing, you'll say, okay, well, I want to grow my hair back, and your hair's thin or something. And it doesn't do that. Instead, it fixes some wound on your leg. Well, it's because the body decides what it's going to fix. You can't say, now look here, heart, you fix this up, and it does it itself. So in your case, you might have to just wait. For weight loss, it's going to might be a little bit different. Okay, just so you know that. Help our immune system always stay well balanced, yada, yada. Okay, okay, so, okay, but that's, okay, so Givan, for you, you need to be more specific. People don't run around saying, oh, this morning my immune system feels really good. Does anybody talk like that? So you got to use words. What is it before now? I lost some weight with it. Or I don't catch anything that goes around anymore. Do you understand? Right? So you want to remove all the jargon from what you're talking about. What problem did your thing help you with? So instead of, my immune system, which people don't talk about, you might say, I don't catch everything that goes around anymore. Does that make sense, Yvonne? Yeah, you stick it one thing at a time. Totally. Yeah. So you all need to know, what problem did it help you with? So let me give you an example. So let's say your story is, my product helped me get back into shape. Can everybody relate to that? Oh, Glenn, yeah, that sounds good. Those are really big issues, So here's your story. Pretend this is your story. My product helped me get back into shape. You got it? Everybody say yes. Yes. So what is your business? How are you going to talk about your business? Our business helps people looking to get back into shape. Is that hard? You want to try it again? Should we do it? Rewind? Okay, here you go. Your story, my product helped me get back into shape. Got it? So what's your business do? Well, our business helps people looking to get back into shape. That's it. How do you know? Well, because I did it for me. How do you know it's going to work for somebody? Well, I don't know for sure, but what if it does? What if it works for you the way it did for me? We got it? And our business helps people looking to get back into shape, that's what you can say, without living at the gym or eating rabbit food. How many people get this? Tell me yes. See it? You want another example? Want to see another one? It costs you a box of Godivas. Okay, here we go. So here's your story. I got off some of my daily pain meds. Right? And then you say, because I was afraid to get hooked like my aunt. So what's your story? I got off some daily pain meds. Some of my daily pain meds, I got off some of them. Because, I was afraid to get hooked like my aunt. Who wants to see what your business statement might be if somebody says, what do you do? Let me see how many of you are awake and alert. Anybody, Vic? Because we just skipped to the end
yes.
here.
Got a couple of them with their eyes
Here
wide
we
open.
go. Eyes wide open. That's it. My business. Our business helps people looking to get off daily pain meds. Because they know they don't want to get hooked on meds. Like people they know. Do y'all see this? Hecton, you got this? Are we looking good? I can give you one more example. You want one? All right, cool. Here's another one. Your story. I was able to build up a $2,000 a month income with a side business. Bring it. Ooh, I love you, Pete. I was able to bring up a $2,000 a month income with a side business without losing any friends. And now they see me as an advisor. instead of some loser hoo-ha down the street. So what are we going to do? You want to write down and match it up with what we got? What are you going to have for your business statement? I was able to build up a $2,000 a month income with a side business without losing any friends. And now they see me as an advisor. What might your business statement be? Anybody guess? You want to see it? If you want the answer book, who wants the answer book? Just bring the damn answer book. Yeah. Here we go. Our business helps people looking for something they can build on the side. You have to put the money in. You can. This is just example. To build a generous retirement income when the time comes. Or because they don't want to be living in their adult child's garage when the time comes. And not lose friends over it. What's the business? Our business helps people that are looking for something they can build on the side. And why is this? Because you did it. Your story. I was able to do X, $100 a month, $150 one night when I was sleeping. What you did for yourself is what will turn it into your business story. And you're going to see that even if you haven't done much yet, aspirations are a wonderful thing to pass on to people as well. So don't worry if you haven't done a lot yet. You got to start someplace. Okay. So our business helps people that are looking for something they can build on the side. It's example to build up a generous retirement income when the time comes, or because they don't want to be living in their adult child's garage. I had a guy who said, Kim, I'm 74, 76 years old a few years ago. And he said, and I'm so embarrassed to tell you this. I thought he was going to cry on the phone. I rarely talk to anybody on the phone, but I talked to this guy for some reason. And he said, and I'm living in my daughter's and her husband's basement in their garage. He said, I've never been so embarrassed. I'll do anything to get out of this situation. Like, oh, right? Can I help him? Is the Pope a Catholic? Are you crazy? Of course I can help him. It's like that. So that's why nobody just wants money for money. You want the people who have a reason for it, because they'll do the things that it takes. Because it's not easy to do this. Don't want to lose friends. All right, let's what's the second thing you need to do? So you got the first thing. You need to know what problem you solve and what you've solved for yourself with your business or your product. Have we got that? It's number one. Say yes. Yo. Got it? All right. Number two, you need to be able to communicate to attract strangers as buyers. You need to be able to communicate that to strangers, not just your mom and, people that are close to you. So by phone, you need to know words to use. So they want to help you find your customers. Whoever's on the other end of the phone, when I'm done with them, I used to do phone calls quite a lot, thousands of them. I never had anybody like hang up, or they always either knew somebody or say, if you were me, how would you do this? I'm calling everybody in Chicago, west side of Chicago, to ask them this question. And and somebody says, well, I don't know. So, well, if you were stuck like I am, what would you do? And you know what they say? Oh, their whole countenance changes on the phone. Oh, you poor thing. Well, let me think. Well, if I had this job, this crappy job you've got, here's what I would do. And suddenly they're into helping you. My neighbor might know somebody, or because you come across as, look, I got to find these people. I know they're somewhere. This is a horrible job. Everybody wants to hang up on me. But if it were you, what would you do? Right? You ask your auntie that. And you wouldn't believe how their emotions change right before your eyes. Oh, you poor thing. Well, here, let me think. And then they start thinking. And then you shut up and let them think. Okay. So you need those words to do that by phone. Okay. And then social media. That's the other thing we really are big on, because we know how to do it. I know phone. I love phone. Vicki, love phone. Phone is phone, Zoom, anything where you hear their voice and their energy and they hear yours and you connect. That is what we mean. Okay. You want to learn how to master that, and don't be afraid of people. Okay. That's by phone. Then social media. What kinds of posts can you write so that you can build? Okay. You need to be able to write 5 kinds of posts fact, we're running a challenge tomorrow. It's if anybody who ends up in this program, you get it on the house. You get engagement. What does that mean? You write something and people go, oh, they like, or they say yes, or they share. That is called engagement on Facebook or any of the social media. Do we have it? Say, yes, you get engagement. You understand? Yes, yes. Because I'm not going on until I know you got this and you're awake and alert and sober. All right, good. Next, community. And this is really, let me add identity here. Identity. Okay, and this is really, when you post stuff, like I will post stuff, I have a Facebook group and I have a Facebook profile, and I'll post stuff and I'll be talking about things like, if you know how to, who your customer is and what you can actually do for them, here are 3 ways that you can approach them. Well, that gives a sense of community. We're all looking for customers, and the way we're looking for them is not shotgun. Hey, you know this and you love this, but yeah, social group, right? Where the identity is like, we are for illegal immigration or we are against illegal immigration. That is a community and an identity. It's one issue that the presidential election is going to hinge on this next year. Are you pro having an open border, which the current administration is showing that they are judging by the numbers going through every hour, or you're against that. You only want legal immigration. Those are communities and identities. Do you see that? Their approaches, their philosophies about the same issues. Make sure you got that. Say yes. You can write posts that show what that is. Say yes. All right, good. Next, credibility. You have to have a post that shows that you're credible. How are they going to know that you know anything? Right? 3 ways to lose weight that don't work. Well, people are going to go, yeah, that doesn't work. True. And that doesn't work either. Yeah, that doesn't. She's right. So what does work? You suddenly have credibility. Don't you? Or you could start a post with wrong. Talking to everybody and asking everybody if they want your product is totally so wrong. You'll be dead in a week. You'll quit your business and you won't have a dime. What should you do instead? And then you tell. You tell who you can help. You ask everybody, hey, our business can help people looking to get back into shape. Do you know anyone? And suddenly, what are you? Expert, advisor, you know something. And I have established my own credibility as a teacher with that to people who don't want to be spray jobbing everybody they know with, oh, buy my thing, you're going to love it. And instead saying, we help these people with this kind of a problem. That's who our business is looking for. If you know anyone like that, let me know. See that? Credibility. Next one, connection. You know, sometimes people tell stories about some vulnerability that they've had. And like Elon once wrote a story. I've read everything ever that he has interviewed. But one of his stories a lot of people don't know is that when he was living in South Africa, he got bullied and beat up a lot in school because he was a small kid and he was also sort of, brainy. And throwing him down the stairs quite a few times. A lot of people didn't know that about him. And when that story came out about him, that he didn't even tell it, somebody else told it. It was, I believe it's in Walter Isaacson's book on Elon. A lot of people said, oh, like he's normal. I want to listen to him now. And you somehow feel connected. That's connection. It's usually about your vulnerabilities or shared things like, I came from Holland. I can't tell you how many people have since said, me too, I'm from Holland. I'm from Holland, right? So connection can be vulnerabilities. It can be where you went to high school. So you want posts that do that connect with people. Why? Because then they feel a kindness towards you and you're not so distant, Last one is conversion. What is that? Ooh, they become leads and they become customers and reps for you. These are the kinds of postings that who would like to learn how to do all these things? Testimonials resonate only if they sound real and they're part of a story. If you say, I lost 30 pounds, ask me how, maybe you could get away with it. But if you did, you couldn't just answer with your product, right? You want to learn all 5, or you're going to learn all 5 for sure. The challenge has all 5, but these are things you want to learn, whether you're in the challenge or not. Okay. And we're going to teach you this. Number 3. So number 2, remember, number 1, what problem have you solved for yourself? Number 2, do you know how to communicate to attract strangers as buyers? We got it? Number 3, how can you help them gain trust and enroll with you? Because this is like a 3-step process. 3-step process. Got it? How do you help them gain trust? Well, you help them gain trust and enroll with you. Remember, why are they enrolling? When you sold me your weight loss product at the beginning of the session, I know you want somebody in your business who's going to actually do something, which I might do, right? But I didn't sign up to do something for you. What did I sign up for if I bought your weight loss product? Tell me. Who? What did I sign for? Why did I sign? Was it to help you get a rank? Was it to help you make some money? Why did I sign? Why did I sign with any of you that I did the weight loss with? Yeah,
Lose
Pete.
weight.
Lose weight. So your job is to be sure that that I have enough trust in you that when I enroll with you, you're going to do stuff like the open the box. Why? That's the only way I'm going to ensure that I don't sit on the box for a week or a month and then think, let me just send it back. I'm never going to do it anyway. You call me with the open the box and it's like, oh yeah, let me get the box. Then you can say, okay, open that up. Okay, do this and do that, set it all out and do this and do that. So yeah. And I'm going to call you tomorrow. Start with this one. I'll call you in one day just to check. Why do you do that? To make sure that they know you're there to help them get the results that they want. Is that clear? Do not just stop thinking about what you got. This is the worst thing in the world. That's why the industry has a horrible reputation. Go the extra mile, do the open the box every time. And before they order anything, there are things you can do to get them to trust you that are as good as open the box, okay? To get the results that they want. Okay, so does this make sense? Who wants to learn how to do all this stuff? So these are things you can do. You can leave if you want and learn how to do this stuff on your own. Yeah, it might take you a few years because it's a lot easier for me to tell you than for you to do it. But if you want kind of a helping hand with it, would you like to see how we might be able to help you do this with a little bit more, help, a little bit more guidance so that we can kind of help you get this? Because that's the business we're in. Our business is helping people who don't really know how to make any money with their network marketing business because they don't really know that it's not spray painting everybody and hoping something will stick. You're looking to find the people who have the problem that you have solved for yourself. And if you want to learn how to pinpoint those people and reach out only to those people on social media and by phone or some combination, that is what we can help you with, okay? So that's what we help. We want to help you get strangers to buy your stuff. A lot of them. Every single day. Okay, that's what we're looking for. All right, so let me show you what we have. The program is called, this is, by the way, not our giant, we have some very high ticket programs. In fact, yesterday I was talking to a group of people and told them I may do a higher ticket program than we've done before, which is right around 45,000 for a 9-month program that I would run. And we would take maybe, I don't know, 8 people like that. Wouldn't it be fun, Vic? People that are like totally committed, and that's what they would pay. Why? Because they want to change their life.
The obsessed ones.
Yeah, the obsessed ones. And we take like 8 of them. And what would happen is those people would be totally committed, and they would expect that if they lay out $45,000 for coaching from me, which is, by the way, Tony charges $2 million per year just to be able to Vox him once a week, Tony Robbins. So there are a lot of people who do this, and they'll mortgage their house, do whatever. Why? Because they believe they're going to make 10 times more than the money they're putting in with the coach. Do you understand that? Like Russell Brunson has a program for $250,000 a year. It's called this Inner Circle. When he started it, it was, I think, 10,000. So cute. And then it went to 25,000. And now it's 150,000. I think it's 150,000. And he has another group called Category Killers, and that's 250,000 for the year. The year. So mine, we're talking about 45,000 for maybe 9 months. That's probably as much as I could do. But it would be for people who know they're going to make $450,000 with the implementation of what they're going to learn. See, that is how these things work. So just to give you, the buyer factor is not anywhere near that. This is just a little tiny program that will help you and see if you've got what it takes and if you love it, so that you're drawn to it. You don't have to get up every day and go, I can't stand making my calls. If that's the case, you will not make it. You have to be pulled to what you could do for the people with what you've got and find something that can make a difference, so that you're pulled to it every day. The doing of it, because calling people is just a means to an end, helping a whole lot of people become financially independent. I mean, that's more important today than ever, ever. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. This is what you're going to discover. How to call out your buyers, how to attract them to you, of course, versus other people, and with these things that we have, and how to make them want to give you their credit card. See, everything in business, we as the buyers decide we want to give Apple money. We want to give Kim Claver money. We want to give Elon Musk money, and we buy his Tesla, or we don't, right? So everything comes down to making somebody want to give you their card and their money and their trust. And how do you do that? You have to show that you know their problem. They have to say, you get me, you understand me, and here's my money. See, that's really what you're doing. You're moving humanity forward with what you're doing, okay? You want to help them enroll so that you can help make the change that they want in their life. That's what it's about. And we're going to show you how to do that online with social media, because I've been doing that since Facebook started, really. And before that, we had newsletters, and offline by phone. When I show you the phone scripts that we have, people, I had a class yesterday with a group that are in the Buyer's Factory already. And somebody said, well, I made all these calls. And I said, great. So what happened? Well, they used old scripts that they had been given by their upline. So of course, nothing happened. So it's like, well, did you get the script from pull it up next time. And so now that they forgot. And the words matter so much. When you call your Aunt Lulu and say, hey, I'm calling everyone I know to ask them a question. You got a sec? And it's not asking them to sign up for the business or the product. It's amazing what people will do for you. I mean, the whole world changes immediately, because they go, oh, well, let me think. Yeah, this, or actually, that's me. You say to somebody, hey, can I ask you something? Yeah, I have this business, and don't worry, I'm not asking you for anything. I don't need any money or anything. We help people get back in shape again, without having to eat rabbit food or live at the gym. So that's what we do. So if you know anyone like that, would you let me know? Who do you think is going to unfriend you on Facebook or hang up the phone? I've never had anybody ever hang up on me in my whole life. Never. Why? Because I can imagine being at the other end. Nobody wants somebody who's a dork calling, hey, you got, right? You want to learn how to do that. So how much is it? No, it's not $150,000 or $45,000. It's none of those things, actually. It's pretty small. Here's what it's going to be. We're going to sell this probably around March, because we're running the program right now. So it's a good time to get in it, for around $19.97. And for what we're doing now, and one of the reasons we had this session today kind of on short notice is because part of what I'm going to offer you here as part of this program starts tomorrow. Okay. So you're going to be founders for this for $9.97. So you can plan that. That's what it's going to cost. Okay. And founders, we're going to have special benefits. Number one, the price, $9.97 instead of $19.97. So we have that. And founders get to be what we call ambassadors. That means affiliate for the program. When the program goes public for the general public, and we run ads to it and have, other people promoting it, it'll either be $14.97 or $19.97. And that way, when you recommend it, you're an ambassador, you'll earn between $500 and $900 per sale. Got it? That's what it means to be an ambassador for this. And the people who are going to be that are the people who are in this version of the program. You get personal feedback on your copy during all the regular group calls, which I do once a week, okay, during the first 60 days. They're available till Saturday night, but let me tell you the other thing. We are running a 14-day social media posting challenge starting tomorrow. And the people who are in the Buyer Factory get this as part of the Buyer Factory. And you're going to learn those 5 types of postings. Engagement posts, remember? And credibility posts, community posts, learning how to connect with people and learning how to convert people. And we're going to do the posting challenge starts tomorrow. All 5 types we're going to do every single day, 3 a day, 3 engagement, 3 community, 3 credibility, 3 connection, and 3 conversion, so that you master a skill. Knowing one skill, like how to post to get results, will make you all the money you ever want with your business. You don't need 15 skills. You don't need 15 platforms. You need one skill. Like learning how to enroll. That's a very high level skill. And it's something that Vicki, we've learned how to do this over the last 20 years together. Vicki's really good at it now. It doesn't really matter what the high-end product is. Why? Because she's mastered a skill. So that's what we have. And so you can get the link for it. The $9.97 is what your price is going to be here. And of course, the social media challenge, which starts tomorrow. And I know that a couple of you have gotten the social media challenge already that are on this call. Because I see some of you, and because we are getting a lot of people. And so if you have done that, if you're somebody, because there are a couple of people here that bought the challenge already, am I right? I know, think of you like Carol, I think, and maybe even Pete, some of you guys who bought the challenge already. And the challenge is anywhere from $67 to $97 to $200. We will refund you that if you get this particular program on the OnePay. Okay, so in other words, if you have bought the challenge already and you want to get this Buyer Factory, right, Vic? You understand what we're saying here? Do the OnePay here. Go to the order page. Go put your link in there, Vicki, so people know how to find it.
Yep.
This is what the order page will look like. You see it here on the right-hand side. Tell me if you guys see it. Just click on it, and it should show you this page here. Yeah, the coupon code should be in there, but in case it isn't, you can put it in there, the founder code. And then you will see that there's a choice here of the OnePay at $19.97. You choose that. Choose that. And then when you get to the bottom, you click where it says I have a coupon code, where the red and green arrow is. And then type in founder, and you can see right there, it knocks off $1,000 so that you pay $9.97. Okay. And if you do that, and you already have you bought separately the challenge, then we will refund you your challenge, whatever you paid for the challenge. Okay. So that applies to a few people that are here if they want to do this. Because that way you're not paying for the stuff. So if Jivan, if you've done it, Carol, if you've done it, so you would pay the $9.97, you do the OnePay. And then as soon as we see that come through, I'll have somebody in my office refund you whatever you paid for the challenge. Does that make sense? Carol, Jivan, and let's see who else has it. I think Pete and Callie. I think you too. You got the challenge. A lot of you guys got the challenge already. I love you. And Pete, same thing for you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there anything I need to know? Okay, good. Okay, so that is the story that we have. Tell me what questions you have, and then we will answer them. And how was the session for you? Did you enjoy this? Yeah, we did a shorter version this time of what we're doing. A different version. All right. So do you want to connect with anybody? Does anybody need to connect with Vic? because we can make this definitely a short one today. Do you have any questions about the Buyer Factory program? The Buyer Factory is running right now. And the minute you sign up for it, you will get to the first lesson, which is your A+ letter. How you're going to tell me in 6 months from now, because you're starting a class, like at a university, I'm going to give you an A+ if you tell me at the beginning of the class, 6 months from now, you pretend you go out 6 months and tell me, dear teacher Kim, here's why you gave me an A+, and you're going to answer certain questions. And people who have done that, including Vicky, they end up just crying about who they never thought they could be. It's really quite an amazing thing. And then we start the process. Everything that you learn here, you'll be a master. You'll know exactly how to do it. What problem you solve for somebody. And if you didn't, find one that you did solve, or that you can solve, or that you will solve. Because the problem solvers are the ones who make the money in this world. Right? So you're looking for what you did for yourself, you can do for somebody else. And get 100 customers, $25, just $2,500 a month. In 1 month, you double what you earn, your cost of this program. Do you know that? You pay $9.97 and you get 100 customers, let's say in a year. Every year, that's twice what this program costs. And the rest is your education, like at Harvard. Except for the Harvard costs you 4 years. And 100 grand a year. And student loan up the yin yang. I don't have a loan, but you know. They gave me a free ride. They like me, I guess. Okay, any questions? Any questions from anybody? Pete, are you ready? You gonna come with us? You and Giovanni, you guys gonna come with us to the Buyer Factory? And do you have any questions about the program? Fort Myers, Florida, that's where you are, huh? Okay, that's cool. Hopefully there's something left to go, right? Yeah, Pete, if you get as soon as we see your order come through, we'll refund you, because I know you bought the 6 month thing versus the 1 month thing. Yeah, just get your program, get yourself ready. Are you the program that you're marketing, Pete? Is it the stem cell program? Is it a product that you take, or is it the product that you wear? Which one of those are you doing?
Hey, Pete, check that link because you're asking where the link is. Go ahead and click it.
Yeah, put it in there again.
I did, but I just put
You
it in.
wear it, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and click that and tell me if it opens for you.
Okay. And remember, the big challenge starts tomorrow. Although the minute you come into the program here, what will happen is you'll get access right away. Okay. Yeah, the code is fine. And the same thing for you. What do you have? Jivan, was that it?
Jivan, I think perhaps. Are you still there, Jivan? Because I know you have the other one and you were thinking to do this. So let me know if that opens for you.
Yep. Let me know. And then
Yeah.
we will, whatever you paid for the challenge, we will send that back to you. Okay, any other questions from anyone? Learn how to do social media. Yeah, social media is a very interesting thing to do. And so many people have spent so much time and money and really don't know how to do it. And sometimes a person will write content and content and content and have reams of it. You know, you put some on Facebook, put some on, Instagram, put some on TikTok, do all that. And you don't and get no buyers. There are people that have 1 million followers on Instagram and they don't have any money from it. You know why? They don't have anything to sell. They just have beauty tips, or and they're afraid to say, do you want to buy anything from me? Because they're deathly afraid that they're going to lose their following. I mean, can you imagine having 1 million followers and not having any money from those followers? Like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. And it's like, what? But you see, if you don't know how to ask for money, and if you know that you never should ask for it in the first place, you position yourself as somebody where they come to you and say, I want to know how that works. Like, now, there's certain things we know how to do. I've been doing them for 30 years. I think from my Facebook posting, probably on average, it's a customer every single week for the last 20 years into whatever I'm selling. High ticket, low ticket, network marketing, doesn't matter what it is. From that. And it never is a post that says, here, buy this thing, you're going to love it. No. Do you have this issue? Have you tried all these things? If you could try something and you didn't have to do this, would you be up for it? And then they go, oh yeah, what do you have? And then I have, a secret set of questions that I ask to be sure I'm not wasting my time. That's what happens. And you're going to get those questions as part of what you're going to get right here. Okay, well, I am good with this. And if you do not have any questions, we can call it a day. If you want, I can tell you the Doomfly story.
Oh, Kim, you gotta tell that one. Gotta
I
tell
have to
that.
tell that story. Okay, does everybody who wants it have the link, access to the link so you can get your program? Remember, if you decide to take advantage and you do not have the program, the $200 program or whatever, depending on which option you took of the challenge, that comes with this, and it starts tomorrow. And it's going to be so cool. Wait till you see what we have cooked up for you guys. Totally so fun. You will have people responding to you for the first time, many of you ever in your whole lives. You'll see. We know how to do this. And we have little formulas and stuff that you can use. And then you learn to talk on the phone. And once you are seen as somebody who solves a problem, who's an advisor and somebody who's kind of an expert, and how do they see you like that? Because you solved it for yourself, right? You solved it for yourself.
Yeah, Pete, I see you in. You're there.
Yeah, you're there, and we will send you back some money here before the end of the day, so don't you worry about that. And then I think you have Pete, the product that you've got that you're talking about, are they the dots, or are you wearing something else? Because there are different kinds of wearable stem cell-y type things. Yeah, Pete, you're set. You're in, congrats. It means you get to be a founder and you get to be an ambassador when the Buyer Factory comes out. Yeah, you're good. We haven't seen Yvonne yet, or some of you other folks, but it doesn't, if there's any trouble on the order page, let me know. And we can help you fix the problem. I'm going to tell you the story about the Doomfly. I don't know how many of you know this, but when you go to the cabin sometimes, or you're in your car, you'll see a fly on the window. How many of you have seen, like I'm looking out on the lake right now, and I don't have any flies, but if I did, they'd be banging against that window, right? And you hear it kind of, they're banging against the window. And you kind of think, well, let me open the door. And so you open the door to the deck, but they don't fly out, even though they're this close to it. They keep banging on the glass. They keep banging on the glass, keep banging on the glass. And there's a wonderful little book called U Squared. And the author says, I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. That's what he says. He's trying harder, might not be the fix, because the fly tries harder and harder and harder to, go through the glass, even though the door could be open across the room or the air is right next to it. How many of you have experienced that? You've seen a fly, they're against the window, and the open door is right there, or the sliding door is right there, and they don't go through it. Has anyone ever had that experience? Anybody picture that story? Who knows such a story? Yeah. Quarter size dot. Okay, yeah, good. We can help you with that, Pete. How to market that if you don't get results right away. Unless you want to market something totally different, you could do that too, of course. But the fly buzzes and buzzes, and in the morning, what happens? You wake up and the flies are dead in the windowsill. Why? Because trying harder may not be the fix. You have to change what you do, or you might die. So if you're still out there kind of spray painting everybody, oh, I got this thing, you're going to love it, and don't you want more money, and blah, blah. No, they don't want more money doing it that way. They don't want to do what you're doing. So you have to come out as a person, like a specialist. I'm an eye doctor for kids between 8 and 10 who have a certain eye disease, which if it's not taken care of, they go blind when they're 12. Irreversible. If I am that eye doctor, I am a specialist, and the only people who come to me are parents who will give me their home to be sure that their kid between 8 and 10 gets my surgery so they're not blind the rest of their life. How many people understand this? How many people get this? Who understands? Who understands? I will be the most expensive eye surgeon anywhere to those parents who will pay anything to be sure that their kid doesn't go blind. And that would be my specialty. And you could be the same for your problem. That person that everybody seeks out because you're so good at it. And so when you think, well, how could I be good? I'm just have a network marketing product. Well, you could do more with it. You could do more with it. Like, let's say you market a sleeping product. You could say, well, I have this product for sleep. But before you start marketing your product, you might say, if you have trouble sleeping, have you ever tried this unusual thing to help you sleep? Well, who's going to look? Hey, David Plantz, long time no see, buddy. Vic, give him the link. David Plantz is an old pal. My gosh, how long have we been hanging? 20 years? Oh, goodness. I love to see guys that have been around for a long time, guys and women both. It makes me feel like we're living on this planet extra long for a reason. Yeah, he's a good one. Yeah, use that coupon code. Otherwise, it'll charge you $2,000. Not that that's all that much, but if you can save $1,000, you should be able to save it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I saw you in the challenge. But what happens is you become that person who is a resource, a light for someone else. So be that light. And if you think, well, I just have this product, say you have a sleeping product of some kind, right? To help people sleep. You could say, well, if you have trouble sleeping, call out your audience. Have you ever tried this? No drug, no pill. And people who's going to say what? Only people who have trouble sleeping. That is your market. That doesn't mean they're all going to buy, but that's the market. People have trouble sleeping. And then you go, okay, so let me tell you what I did. What? Well, I tried these black drapes. You did? Yeah. Try black drapes. That's what I did. What's another thing you did to help sleep? Well, for me personally, I have never sold sleeping things, but I've had trouble sleeping. I don't anymore, but I did. And so I got sleeping plants. Somebody said, Kim, have you ever tried sleeping plants? It's like, what? Sleeping plants? What is a sleeping plant? And I have sleeping plants right there. And I have sleeping plants. I have black drapes. I know certain things to do, not to eat or not to drink just before I go to sleep. I know if I have trouble sleeping. Did you know? I don't know how many of you know this, but I'm being from Holland. Of course, we love potatoes, right? And if you have cooked potatoes that are like cooked properly, not soft and mushy, but just, cooked potato, and I slice them, and well, somebody does it for me. They slice them in half. And then I have one at room temperature before I go to bed. Whenever I have trouble sleeping. And that half quarter potato, that's room temperature, that's cooked, but room temperature, helps me go to sleep in 4 or 5 minutes. I mean, who would know all this stuff? What are you going to think? You're going to think, man, she knows this stuff. She must be good. She must know something about sleep. And therefore, when I recommend to you a product, guess what? You're probably going to buy it from me versus somebody who's just saying, here, get this, here, get that. You want this, you want that. See that? Yeah, very different. If you want to come across as someone who can hold the light, you go up the ladder yourself and then you help bring up the next one who wants to. This is what we teach. This is the approach. Okay. All right, Vic, is there anything else we can do?
I think
For
we got
anyone?
it. You guys can text me, anybody. I'm right here in case you want to talk a sec. Need
Yep,
some help
remember
with
it starts tomorrow and you need to get some stuff before the challenge tomorrow. So, David, did the link open for you? Make sure that it does that. Make sure that it opened. Okay, so David, just respond, will you? Let me know that the link opened for you. And who opened, and that Jivan, that it opened for you. That way I know you've got it, and then you can do what you're gonna do. Are we good?
Mhm.
Vic, you connected with everybody you need to connect?
I've got
All
it
right, good. We're set to go, and we'll see you tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Now, those of you that have enrolled, Pete, you should have already gotten an email that says, here's your login. Hopefully you got that. Check your email that you got that login. That'll get you into the buyer factory right away. Let's see what I need anymore. Yeah, just check your email. You'll get one for the receipt, of course, but then there should be one that gets you a login. Now, if you do not get it, it means you may have unsubscribed from our list, but I doubt that because else you wouldn't be on this call. Okay, good. Yeah, see, we're thrilled to we're gonna have a whole lot of people in that challenge tomorrow. I think we have close to 100. Really, really gonna be fun. You're welcome to come, Vic. I sent you the link for it.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Good, good, good.
Looking forward. I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, it's a good thing, we even, you can't find your phone, oh, it's no problem. If there's an
It's
issue,
there.
you can connect.
Yeah, you can
All
text
right,
me.
okay,
You know
good.
my number. All right. And I know you. You got me.
Okay, we will connect again. Thanks a lot for coming. And hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in one of our future classes or one of our future live streams, right, Vic? Stay
You bet.
connected.
I will.
All right,
You
good.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.